Hey guys, Gran Torino coming at you again here. This time I've got a quick prediction and small rant about the big fight coming up between David Haye and Wladimir Klitschko. Now, there's no question this is going to be an exciting fight. Everybody who's a boxing fan, especially those who are a fan of the heavyweight division, and sadly I may be one of only a few who are, because everybody's not happy with the heavyweight division. Personally, I love watching the heavy boys duke it out. I mean, that's why you watch boxing, in my opinion. Anyway, it's going to be an exciting fight. There's no question about that. You know, everybody who's going to watch it is going to come into it a little anxious, you know, for whoever it is they're rooting for. You know, those people who are going to be rooting for David Haye, they're going to be in there, oh man, I hope he gets it. I hope he can get that shot in. Everybody who comes in, you know, rooting for Wladimir, they're going to be thinking the same thing. Man, Vlad, watch those power shots. Don't let yourself get caught. And for good reason. Both guys have a tremendous amount of power. You can say that you'd like or dislike David Haye all day long, but the fact of the matter is he's got 21 wins and 22 wins and 21 knockouts. Okay? There's a reason for that. The man has power. He has speed. He's a great counterpuncher. We've seen that before. Wladimir is as well. Wladimir has 55 fights. Just about twice as many as Haye has had, and Wladimir has a knockout ratio of just about the same as Wladimir. He's got 52 wins, I think, 52 wins, 46 knockouts. So there's a tremendous amount of power walking into that ring. Now, what I think is going to happen, and incidentally, I don't know how many other boxing predictors out there, guys that put their videos on YouTube, do what I do, but some of the ones that I've watched, the guys they'll make comments about both fighters, and they'll say what they think is going to happen up to a point, but they never really make predictions, and they don't stand by them. I will always do that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. You know, but I'm going to make a prediction. I figure that you guys who have subscribed to my videos, you guys who are watching them, I owe it to you to make a prediction, to stand by it, and that's always what I'm going to do. So, in the spirit of keeping tradition, I see this as a fight that will not go the distance. It's going to go maybe 6 rounds, maybe 7, and I see it being a Wladimir Klitschko knockout. I don't see David Haye lasting very long at all, because let's face it, he's giving up about 6 inches to Wladimir. He's giving up about 40 pounds to Wladimir, and aside from him running his mouth and saying what he's going to do, Wladimir has fought people who have been in the very same position. We could say that David Haye is just another Chris Bird. Chris Bird was fast. He didn't have the power that David Haye has, obviously, but he was smaller, he was fast, successful. Haye is going to throw bombs. Klitschko knows that. Klitschko is prepared every time he goes into a fight. Klitschko is prepared for someone to come at him immediately, throwing bombs, which is exactly what Haye is going to do. Haye knows that his only chance in hell, his only chance in hell is to come out early, pressure Klitschko a la Brewster versus Galata, and try to get that shot. Klitschko knows he's going to do it. That's the only chance anybody has got when they fight Klitschko. You can't stand outside and box him. You got to try to get inside and do it, and nobody has been able to do it. If Sam Peter can't get in to do it, or the prime Sam Peter anyway, couldn't get in to do it, Bird couldn't get in to do it, Calvin Brock couldn't get in there to do it, nobody can get in there to do it. Only Corey Sanders has been able to get in there and actually get it going, and that was a much younger, much less experienced Wladimir Klitschko, who didn't have my man, what the hell is his name now? I drew a blank on the trainer that Klitschko's got. It'll come to you in a minute. Anyway, whoever the trainer is for Klitschko, Manny Stewart, yeah. He didn't have Manny, helping him out. So anyway, what we're going to see here is we're going to see Haye get his ass jabbed from day one. He's going to get the shit jabbed out of him. He's going to try to duck it. It's not going to work. Vladimir's too fleet-of-footed, even for as big as he is. So you're going to see Haye eat jabs from the word go, just like Brewster did in the rematch, just like everybody who fights him does. The jab is a staple of Klitschko's offense and, in a manner of speaking, in his defense. And there's a reason for that. It works. You can't get around it. If you're small, if you're tall, you're not going to be able to get around it. Jameel McCline couldn't get around as big as he is. Chris Bird couldn't get around it. Calvin Brock couldn't get around it. Everybody who's fought Wladimir hasn't been able to get around it except for Corey Sanders. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't dislike David Haye. I think that he's probably a pretty cool guy, and he's running his mouth and doing what he's doing just to get the fight hyped. I don't blame him a bit for doing that. James Toney used to do the same thing. Mayweather took on the asshole role whenever he was fighting De La Hoya, and he'll do it again with Marquez, I'm sure. And he did the same thing when he was fighting Hatton. So Haye is not a bad guy. He's not a dick. He's just doing what he's got to do to hype the fight because he knows, and yes, I'm going to say this, he knows that this will very likely be his last fight, because I really think that he did get under Wladimir's skin. I do think that Wladimir is going to actually be pissed off this time when he fights Haye, and I think that's going to be a bad thing for David Haye. So, official prediction, what is today, the 22nd of May, I think, about a month ahead of time, is that you're going to see Wladimir knock David Haye smooth out. I don't see it being a TKO. I don't think it's going to be one where Haye's team throws the towel in. I don't think it's going to be one where the ref stops the fight. I think probably Wladimir is going to land a big right hand, and when he does, it's going to put Haye to sleep. Haye's got a suspect chin anyway. We know that. People think Wladimir has a suspect chin. I got news for you. I don't think it's as suspect as you think it is. They say, well, Sam Peter knocked him down 3 times. No, he didn't. Sam Peter knocked him down once. And the other 2 times, and even the commentators during the fight said this, he wrestled him to the ground. I don't know, those of you who watched the David Haye, or the Sam Peter Wladimir Klitschko fight can probably recall Larry Merchant, George Foreman, or was it Manuel Stewart, saying those were not legitimate knockdowns. And when he did get knocked down the one time, it was a punch to the back of the head. It's just obviously it's illegal. Enough rambling. I'll put up another video about some rants and some things that piss me off later. So those of you who enjoy those kind of things, it'll be non-boxing related. It's just going to be about things that piss me off. Anyway, so that's it from Gran Torino. You're looking at a Klitschko win. You're looking at a Klitschko knockout. And I'll go ahead and commit. I'll say the 7th round is the latest it's going to go. Probably going to be the knockout in the 7th. So there you go. I look forward to hearing some responses from you guys. Look forward to some good spirited comments. And we'll see you fight time. Thanks a lot, guys. See you.